14th August 1947. At the stroke of the midnight hour, when the world sleeps, India will awake to life and freedom, said by Nehru. It has been 74 years since we got our independence, but what exactly are we independent from? Hello everyone, it's Darshita Srivastava, and today I will answer this question. We are independent from rule by law, and now it's rule of law that governs us. The former is an instrument of colonial rule, the latter is what we fought for. But what is rule by law and how is it different from rule of law? I'll tell you a story. There was a king who used to make and sanction laws. One day he committed a crime. People wondered what would be his future. He became a judge of his own case and held that since I am the source of the law, I cannot be subject to it. And therefore, he held himself above the law. This is what rule by law means. Rule of law, on the other hand, says that law is the king of kings and there is nothing higher than the law. By its power, the weak shall prevail over the strong and justice shall triumph. Thus, rule of law guarantees justice, equity, freedom and accountability. It is a doctrine of state political morality. The British colonial power used law as a tool of political repression, enforcing it unequally on the parties with a different set of rules for the British and for the Indians. It was an enterprise famous for rule by law. Be it Raja Nand Kumar's case, the trial of Muhammad Zafar Thaneshri, or the economic exploitation, British proved that when the rule of law disappears, we are ruled by the whims of men. Our struggle for independence marked our journey for the establishment of a state defined by rule of law. But do the principles of rule of law are actually guaranteed to us? Yes, they are. The binding link between law and justice is what we the people gave to ourselves in the form of the Constitution. The first principle of rule of law, which puts nobody above law and treats everyone equal before the law, is what Article 14 guarantees to us. The second principle relates to the idea of freedom, not only from arbitrary actions but also of speech, expression, personal liberty and many others, is secured by Article 19 to Article 28. The third principle, which make not only rulers accountable for their action but also strive them to work for the welfare of the nation, is being explicitly given in the Constitution in the preamble, Article 13, and the directive principle of state policy. The fourth and the final principle, the presence of a strong and independent judiciary. Article 50, Chapter 5 of Part 6 and Chapter 4 of Part 5 together plant the roots of an independent, unbiased and strong judiciary. And a state can never establish a rule of law if its people have no doors to knock when their rights are infringed. And keeping this in mind, Articles 32 and 226 are those doors given to the people crafted by the Constitution. And not only the Constitution, but even the judiciary also, in landmark cases like Keshav Nanda Bharti, has held rule of law as one of the basic structures of our Constitution. Therefore, on this 75th Independence Day, let us celebrate our independence from rule by law and let's promise to maintain it, because Nyayamulam Surajyam Syat, that is, justice is in the roots of good governance. Thank you. Jai Hind.